My name is Pedro, and I'm a resident next to Leland Park. Some of you guys know me. I see a lot of my resident neighbors in the audience, and it's nice to see everybody here to show support. I've been a resident next to Leland Park. You see a before and after picture at 863 South Herbert Avenue for a little over 17 years, and my house is right off the parking lot. So I see a lot of stuff. And I understand that I live next to an open space, and respect that there's going to be stuff happening all the time and ebb and flow of that kind of stuff, but it's been a little bit crazy lately. So, little history of Leland Park. Leland Park was donated by George H. Peck, named for his son Leland. Peck was an extremely wealthy real estate guy. He owned land at what is now Fort MacArthur, Peck Park, Rena Alma Leland Park, with homes in San Pedro, Manhattan Beach, and Los Angeles. And he had 3 children, Rena, Alma, and Leland. And Alma and Leland were chronically ill, with Leland living most of his life in a wheelchair. And Mr. Peck, when he died, he set up trust for his children. And when Alma and Leland died, the city inherited most of the estate formed the parks that we know today. And Leland Park is pretty much off of the dog pound. It's just south of there. A lot of people don't know where it's at. It's kind of hard to get to. LA Rec Park calls it a pocket park. It's in a really small residential neighborhood with a one-way street that's not much more than 20 feet wide. However small this park, everybody thinks that it is 21 acres, which is pretty big. I think the pictures speak pretty much for themselves. It's an after is the top and the bottom is before. I mean, we had red dirt, we had a ball team, we had green grass. It was beautiful. It was really nice. We had community events. We had a director. The rec room was open. They had after-school daycare for the local kids. It was nice. Well, this is the continuation of that as well. So the park director would fundraise and hold community meetings and have local events for the youth. He had Halloween haunted houses. I mean, it was incredible. It really was. And then recently, after rolling maintenance started, the grass pretty much dried off. We had a bunch of weeds. The graffiti started becoming a problem. We did have trash bins that they did remove, which was a good idea because they wouldn't come to pick it up. So I'd have to call every week. And then they removed the barrel trash cans, which are the smaller 30-gallon drums, and before that they wouldn't really collect the trash, from the barrel drums. So, it just has been frustrating. So then, people started coming and partying, and you kind of get the idea. And further continues, the last 3 years is a complete deterioration of the park. And actually, we had Fred Hall, a tree surgeon, come out, and he was looking at the park for some of the maintenance for. He was going to trim some of the trees. There was a work order for the trees around the playland, and then he ended up going around taking pictures of the whole park and expressed his concern for the park because none of the trees were being watered, and eventually he would be back to take down all the trees, or a majority of them. They were already in stress from no water. Park and Rec actually shut off the power to the building, which in turn shut off the sprinklers that were there. It's not a fully automated watering system. So, sorry. Am I going too crazy?
No. I'm just laughing at the...
It's pretty sad. That's my point.
Bureaucracy.
Keep going, Jim.
Okay. So, and this, we could go through these. These pictures are also on the trifolds over there by the pizza for your. So there was recently a couple homeless people that were pretty rude and more graffiti. It's it was pretty scary. I hadn't been down there for a while. I've actually banned my kids from going down to the park. It's not nice anymore at all. And these are just some local drug users. So, catch up on my thing. Sorry.
Just look at the thing, Deb.
Okay, well, so basically this is the park at night, and this is what the lights did get turned back on in the rec room, and so that's been great. This is with the lights on. It's pretty much pitch black, and I can't see down there. The police officers sure can't see down there, so there's no way to patrol. They have to get out of their car. They can't pull in the parking lot. It's still a safety issue. And I don't know how much I want to repeat of this slide, but pretty much profanity, urine, feces, shards of glass. A little boy got some glass in his butt the other day sliding down the slide. And I mean, if that's not a lawsuit for LA Park and Rec, I'm not really sure what is. There was a charcoal fire right next to where all the pine needles are. And so this is what we're willing to do. I was down there painting. I had my kids painting the walls. I think it's, I'm fine with that. But it's going to be a rainbow. And what we'd like is lighting, a lot of lighting, maybe up high. I know we talked with Park and Rec about this, removing the storage container in the parking lot. I know they did come and they were trying to remove it, but it was too heavy, but now it just sits. So there's still the issue of all the delays, and it seems like there's not a lot of transparency. It's hard to get the information. And we'd actually, one of the really important things that would be really easy is to change the park hours from sunup to sundown. And that would be an easy deterrent. It's something really simple. Trim the trees along Herbert Ave. We kind of hit a little snag on that one. And then we'd like to remove the wall that's in the play structure. It's sort of a hiding area, and it's not nice. Maybe they could put in a small ladder instead of that rock wall and the table. And make a gate on the east side of the fenced play area and remove the jagged pipes. And do a whole weekly park cleanup. And it sounds so basic, removing the hazards, but it's just not happening. And we have to keep calling. Fred has been actually pretty nice and easy to contact, and he pretty much has been taking care of stuff that he can do. More things maybe in the future. A park entrance on Gaffey would be like my dream, because then they wouldn't be sitting underneath my bedroom window at 3 o'clock in the morning. It would be great, either with switchback trails, granite walking paths surrounding park and hillside. If you don't want to water the grass, I know that's an issue. Remove it and replace it with drought-resistant plants, and that's a an easy long-term fix. I know LA Rec and Park talked about trimming the trees and putting in lights, and more than all the talking that we've done, I'd like to have some kind of timeline or some kind of, structure to, who can be accountable for this, who can we call. There needs to be like a hub for us as the area residents. There's a lot of residents here tonight. And LAPD has been great, I think. They really kind of responded to us and really come out and kind of put a best foot forward. I mean, we've talked about having a possible neighborhood barbecue and stuff like that. It's been nice. Here's some of the numbers. All the numbers that I have up there are also on some flyers by the poster boards, and I've also put them up all over our neighborhood on the telephone pole, so just find a telephone pole. So these are Jesse Casillas' number, Tracy Grant, Mark Marisol. And here's the LAP officers' numbers. Hi guys.
I guess.
And for their cell phone numbers that I have up there, I mean, they don't want you to call their cell phone numbers for a 911, and you would most likely have to leave a message, and they'll call you back. I mean, you guys can correct me if anything is different, And Joe's office has been a great hub. It's kind of been nice to have that backing Yay, Kevin, thank you. It's been nice.
Right there.
You know, you have somebody to call, they answer the phone, they get on it right away. And for everybody else in the neighborhood, it's time for us to step up and really get involved. That's the only way we're gonna take it back. And the park is a mess, drive-by shootings, I mean, it's crazy. I don't like it. These are just, you know, more of the pictures that we've taken. We're not really asking for something that's in the moon, I don't think. Short term, we want you know, the park to be safe for our kids. We want the hazardous conditions removed. And people still come and use the park. You know, look at that brown grass back there. And they're down there playing a game of basketball, you know. And people, do we have any little people besides my little person in here? You know, oh, okay, well, maybe on the side. I can tell you some things that were happening this weekend. Yeah, it was not, yeah, not nice. So let's bring it back to what it was. This is what it was, a bigger picture, when we had a baseball team and we had green grass. You get the picture. Yeah, I just wanted everybody who was here from our neighborhood tonight, can you guys stand up? Thank you guys. That's a particular